Hi everyone, this is Naghma here from Foster Reads. The episode that you're about to watch is part 2 of the Foster Talks episode with author Priyanka Verma. So if you haven't watched part 1 yet, please head back, watch part number 1 and then come back and continue watching with part number 2. See you! Okay, I had some clarifications here, okay? So when I read the book also, I actually had some of these pointers continuously keeping on coming into my head. Sometimes when we as humans, when we neglect certain of our basic stuff, it could also be we are in an extremely stressful situation. There's anxiety, this could be work pressure, this could be your relationship issue, this is finance problem at your home, this could be anything like that. So now when I was reading your book, certain of the pointers, like how you were explaining things now also, I'm like, there are things that when you say, I might do it, but then I always thought it is because of the stress or the anxiety. So, like, how is it different? Like, how do we know where am I lacking? Is it that I'm not self-loving enough that I'm letting myself be anxious? Or where is that connection coming in? Like,
see, if you're letting yourself to be stressed and anxious, so there is a lack of self-love, definitely. Probably you feel that it's nothing like that, but it is actually. Because when you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed and anxious, that means you're not prioritizing yourself enough. You are not taking out enough time for yourself. You are not giving that quality time or special self-care that you should be giving to yourself, and that's the reason of your stress, overwhelm and anxiety. Now coming to the external work pressure or this thing, so definitely, as I said, the world is inside out, so you have to learn to balance it. You have to learn. And unfortunately, we are not taught to balance it. We are unfortunately, see, I give this very simple, I'll explain you very simply. We are born and brought up in this very masculine world.
I agree.
It's always running. And it's not our fault. But it's our destiny. But now, since we have this awareness, we need to balance it out by awakening your divine feminine. So when you are working, going under the pressure, that's masculinity, your masculinity. And when you are taking rest, recharging yourself, that's your femininity. So you need to create that proper balance of masculinity and femininity. So it's up to us how important is our health for us, how important is our bodies for us. So we have to decide, we have to choose. Consciously choose. That's called conscious living. You have to be mindful enough.
This
is
one
how much
part,
is enough.
This is one part I've kept hearing because I'm into yoga. This is one part that I've kept hearing. This part where you're talking about your masculine and feminine energy, or basically your sun and moon energy. So that's what we're talking about. So there are pranayamas, the breath practices that really help you to balance this out, which I know also because I'm a trainer as well. So I know that fact ki the more you are practicing those pranayamas, breath sequences, it really helps you to feel more balanced. But how does that now this is my personal question. So how does that, when you are kind of balancing your feminine and masculine energy, is it that you are becoming more acceptable to situations or change or to face things or anything? Like what exactly happens?
See, we have to understand this fact. We cannot change the world. This is the first step. So bring this acceptance. We cannot fix the world. What's in our control, we can fix ourselves. So changing world is not in our control. So we have to let go of it. All right. Now coming to yourself, you have to understand that what is the one thing that is more important to you right now.
At that stage of life,
exactly at that stage of your life. So if you are in the stage of building your career, focus more on that. I'm not asking you to just try to always create a balance. When you are in a motherhood journey, focus more on your kids and on your personal health. So it's up to you. You have to be very conscious and mindful that what is more important to you right now.
Okay.
Don't try to change or fight with the external world.
Okay.
Because I had one client and she was a new mom.
Okay.
And she came to me, I have many goals and I'm feeling very frustrated. I cannot take out time for myself and for my goals, professional goals. So I asked her, at this point of time, what is more important to you? She told me, my child and my health.
Yeah.
Then I said, okay, then focus on it.
Okay.
Just delay few things, a few of your professional goals, because ultimately you will regret if you will not give the time to your child. It will come up.
Yeah.
It will come back again.
Yeah.
Your child will remind you
Okay.
at one point of your life
Okay.
that you did not give time to him.
Okay.
So it's up to us
yes.
what we are choosing right now.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to just keep on taking the rest always, don't work or nothing like that. But yes, I also work like this. I am a mother. Actually my husband stays outside.
Okay.
He's in merchant navy, so I am a single mother kind of person. So I have to balance and manage everything.
Okay.
So I have 2 daughters. I'm a professional person. So sometimes it happens that I'm too much overwhelmed. Too many things on my platter.
Yes.
But I consciously choose to take a break.
Okay.
Consciously.
Understood.
Because I'm always in touch with my body.
Yeah.
That now it's happening.
Yeah.
Now it's going beyond my limits. Now it's a time to take a break.
Okay. But generally, like the culture that we are coming from, one, taking break is frowned upon. Second, there are a lot of, I think this is same as what you were telling earlier as limited beliefs, because we are trained in such a way to think that being responsible towards family, taking care of the situations at home, taking care of situation elsewhere, this is what that we are supposed to be doing. So there this concept of self-love, you have to, like, even if it is financially, take care of the requirements at home first. See, this is how all of us grew up also, because I know for a fact ki what all my own father sacrificed in order to see me and my sister grow. Our education, our things that we want, we are of course stubborn kids who wants random stuff. So we know how much they sacrifice financially, their requirements or anything, whatever, they never got a chance to take break. So sometimes when we grow up also, we reach a stage where we are feeling it wrong to even consider taking a break or not doing that responsibility at my home or things like that. So this is how we actually came up with. This is what I think majority of us in India, I think because of the culture that we come from, this is where we are. So that way when you're looking at it, don't you think the majority of people who are living amongst us is actually facing a lot of these problems?
I completely agree, 100% agree with whatever you are trying to share, because I used to hear these words frequently with different people, and I also feel somewhere, because I'm also a human being, and we all are human beings, and we all go through these kind of beliefs, and as you rightly said, this is conditioning. So here we need to understand, just be aware about when our parents, when we were small and our parents were earning and giving us everything. So they were not earning sufficient enough to provide the basic needs, and because the world, in the country was actually, I'm not saying very poor, but it was actually transitioning. But right now, what we need to understand, that we need to have exact clarity, how much is enough for me right now. How much is enough for me right now in this stage of my life. So I will be focusing this much. So I'm not asking you to become very, I'm not asking you to suppress your desires or your dreams, but yes, you need to have the entire clarity of your vision. Where do you see yourself after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and till your old age? You have at least a clear look although we cannot plan,
Yeah.
it's very unpredictable, but at least we can have a rough picture of what I want from myself as a person in my life. So when you have that clarity, because right now these you must have heard about this concept, financial stability, early retirement. So people are opting this and working very hard for this, for achieving this financial stability. But let me ask you one question. Is there any point where you would stand and say, now I'm financially stable and I don't need to work at all?
I don't ever think so.
Any point will ever come in your life?
I know, never.
And we all are running behind it.
Yeah.
I have to achieve financial stability. I have to work
It's
hard.
never going to be enough.
It's never going to be enough. Trust me. If you're earning crores of rupees right now, it's not enough for you right now. If you would have been earning 10 crores after 5 years, it's not enough.
Not enough.
So you have to understand how much is my is sufficient for me right now. How much amount I need to earn to fulfill my basic needs, then my wants, then my desires, and along with that, I enjoy my life with other dimensions also. So finance is one of the major dimensions of our life. We have approximately 8 to 10 dimensions. And unfortunately, as you said, we are wired enough to focus only for that one particular dimension.
Kind of.
We need to understand the root cause. This country was poor. So they were living in the lowest stage of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Survival mood. But now we are no longer in the survival mode. We are earning well, doing well. That's the reason you and I are talking here. Otherwise, we would have been in our offices working hard and just making the presentations, giving lectures. We are talking on this topic. That means we are privileged enough to do and we have moved one step ahead in the hierarchy.
I think I've heard this also before, like telling you, like our earlier generation, like my dad's generation, these were people who were trying to sort out your basic requirements. Shelter. They came from joint families, 10-20 people inside a single house, one washroom, one bathroom somewhere outside, all of that put together, and their aim in life was, I want to move out of it. Not that they don't love the family, but it's more about, I need my independence. So by the time it came to our generation, it's like, I already have a house. So my basic requirements, like you said, in Maslow's law of hierarchy, my basic requirement of shelter, food and water is already water, you have a my home. Space is sorted out, because of which now I have the time to think about mental wellness, travel, all of that.
Can you see the transition? Can you observe the transition and this shift in the country?
No, that is true.
You have been observing this for a while. The people are transitioning from survival to, they have started talking about mental mental health, their emotional health. Right, so this is we have to understand this. Okay, right now we are in this era. So whatever we are carrying, their limiting beliefs we are carrying, and I'm not blaming them. It was need of the hour for them. But now we need to have that clarity. What is important for me right now?
But I feel that I think this is a common question that a lot of people from our generation might have. We feel like we are sandwiched. So there is a generation before us who were like, even technology-wise, if you're telling, we literally saw where you need to scratch BSNL cards to actually make an international call, and today everything is available with you with internet and everything. So we are people who've seen that transaction or transformation entirely, and today from a mentality perspective also, the generation before us, like you said, they were in that survival mode. So I'm not expecting them to change, because that's what they lived. If you ask me to change the beliefs of my last 30 years, I'm not going to be able to do that. It'll take a lot of time. So where I'm expecting people who have lived 60-70 years to change thoughts, it's definitely not possible. But what about us who are actually sandwiched in between? Because I feel generation gap with my nephews who are 6-7 years old. So this area, because I think we also feel we know what the next generation is, so our desire is to be there, but we are limited with our previous generation, societal pressure, trying to answer to their expectations. We want to be free, but then no, you're stuck. So the sandwich generation, which I'm calling.
And actually the irony is that's the root cause of your pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Because you are trying to live either in past or in future.
Okay.
So
okay.
better to be mindful enough and
Okay.
trying to live in present.
Okay.
You should have the vision of your future, but don't get stuck in your past enough now. Just try to move on. Just leave those ropes because they are bounding you towards those limiting beliefs that you have carried from your parents. But now you have to understand that if I have to move forward, then I need to be mindful enough in my present. I need to enjoy this life. I need to enjoy this moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you stay in past or in future, you will not be happy.
True.
And you are not loving yourself enough.
Okay.
And if you want to be happy with that true joy, not that superficial happiness or smiling, the true joy from within, you have to start focusing on yourself right now.
Okay. So my question another for you is just to understand, because you actually told us a lot of things, try to make us understand a lot of very important things about our own life, try to thanks for accepting that yes, we are the sandwiched, troubled generation trying to figure things out, which is true, which we also technically accept, but yeah, we are struggling to figure it out. But then what can we do about, let's say, if I'm physically unwell and I tell somebody that I'm physically unwell, everybody is worried. But then if it's mental, anything related to mental, it's always frowned upon. So I'm sure a lot of people have the same issue. What is it that we can, in this short limited opportunity that we have, what can you help me and everybody else to give that one bit of courage to make people understand that if you're struggling mentally, it's actually fine. You're going and taking a next step is a different story. That's the next step. But then accepting that I'm struggling and it's okay to talk about it, what can you actually, how can you actually communicate that to people?
I'm actually glad that you put out this question.
Okay.
So definitely it's need of the hour in today's time, because I can see everywhere people are suffering in silence. Not the physical pain, the mental and emotional pain. And probably they are carrying that pain since years. And they are not vocal about it. Because one thing, they are not taught to express. They have certain fears of vulnerability. Second, no one is able to understand their pain.
We never realize that it is actually a pain.
People keep on discussing about it or gossiping about it, but they actually do not know the solution. We can chit-chat about our mental health or our daily life problems. I can blame and complain about my life. You can blame and complain about your life, but we both don't have solutions. So we just, in the end, we say, chal chhodna yaar, leave it. Life to aise hi hai, right? So these are certain things. So in order to understand the importance of mental and emotional health, we first need to understand and believe that this is important, because we ourselves do not believe that. General people do not believe that, that it is important. So, there are certain misconceptions or some beliefs again that it's not an actual thing, or it's very expensive, or it's not safe to be safe to express in front of a third person.
The general statement of why would I go talk my problem to a stranger? Am I a fool to do that? That's the general.
And people also have this wrong belief that I know the solution, that's my problem, I can solve it. But they are unable to do anything. I'll give you one example. Everyone knows that it's good getting a good sleep, having a nutritious diet, exercising, walking, gymming, everything is required for our good health.
Very much.
We all would agree. If there would have been 100 people here in this room, they all would have been raising their hands. But you tell me how many people actually are able to do that?
Hands will start going down.
Yes. I believe that only 5 to 10%.
True.
What's the difference then? So
what is the difference actually?
Actually, the mindset. It's not about your time.
Yeah.
It's not about your routine. It's not about your work stress.
Yeah.
It's not about your bad relationships or your bad destiny, wrong people in your life, whatever. It's all about your mindset.
Okay.
So if I believe that taking a good sleep
Yeah.
is important for me,
Yeah.
I will be doing 100 things to make people understand.
Okay.
Or convince them, or just cultivate that environment around me, supportive environment around me, setting proper boundaries with people. I'll be doing that if I believe that it is important for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need to understand that it's a simple thing. If I ask you, when you go to a doctor,
Okay.
for a small problem,
Yeah.
you go to a doctor,
Yeah.
how much money do you spend? General, random.
I think the consultation itself will be some 400, 500 minimum.
It starts from 500
Yeah.
to up to 1500 with some experts. Yeah. And the doctor talks to you for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. And you happily go there with full trust and belief in the doctor that I'll be fine once I reach there. And you happily pay that money.
Yes.
But when it comes to mental health counseling, a counselor typically gives you a minimum session of 45 minutes. Minimum.
True.
It may extend up to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And he or she may charge that same money.
Yeah. True.
Giving her 1 hour approximately, her or his, and charging same amount.
Yes.
But you are unable to get that money.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
You just take your hand back and feel like it's okay, everything is
expensive
fine.
business.
It's so expensive. Mental health is, people also have this notion. Mental health is so expensive. It's only for rich people. I don't need that.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So people, you must have heard these sentences from few of them.
A lot of people. I mean, I'm not being the best person here. Even I've had this notion. True.
So it's all about mindset. It's all about your priorities.
Yeah.
What is your priority right now?
Yeah.
You can happily spend that same amount in a mall or watching a movie with two people.
Yeah.
You will be feeling happy after that.
Yeah, definitely.
And you will be able to release your stress for probably half an hour or 1 hour. And you feel very happy. Okay, I did that.
That's self-love. Exactly.
Self-love. That's self-love to me. But no, it's not the only definition of self-love. It needs to be holistic.
Very interesting.
So at the end of the day, when you're not feeling happy, that means you're not loving yourself enough.
True. And what do we actually do in terms of that huge fight you have within? When you say about, you told about setting boundaries. You set your boundaries. If you feel this is what is needed for you, you go ahead and do it. But there is this devil behind your head keeping on talking ki, no, this is not the right thing. Too many people are going to get hurt. You're going to be perceived selfish. And all of us are image conscious.
Yes.
You don't want to be, like, I've seen situations where somebody's dad is sick, unwell, the surgery or something, his treatment is going on, but the person is, while taking care of everything at home, is also doing well in career, managing stuff, taking time out for self, but then everybody else starts telling ki, oh, this person doesn't even have time to come home. Everything is actually taken care. But similarly also, if people have with relationship issues, the same person is at the same time doing well professionally, but one segment is actually going wrong. And have good friends, have good relationships, is traveling, then again that person is perceived wrong. You don't have time to, you're doing all of this is why you're not putting energy, here is why your relationship is an issue. So this is the devil that keeps talking from the back of our head, which to an extent after a while, like we said earlier, the conditioning, it starts feeling like it's easy to give up, because it's tiring to go back and convince the world that no, I am doing it. And the way people keep coming back to you, attacking you in different senses, is always very difficult to manage. But how do we actually tackle that? I understand that setting boundaries is important, but sometimes you don't have the strength to set that boundaries. Why we don't set it?
Yes.
So what do we actually do in those scenarios?
Okay, very well said, Naghma. You gave the example of your parents, that they have been doing multiple things at a time, and trying to manage, and I would say try to juggle between different areas. Now my question to you is, just go and ask your parents, were they happy at that time when they were juggling around? They may be happy today, because majorly their responsibilities are now done. But at that point of time, when they were in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, were they happy? Was your mother happy? By juggling between different things? So first thing, we need to stop glorifying to be a superwoman.
Oh yeah, true.
So we actually have been taught in such a way that being a superwoman or a superman is very actually the good thing.
Amazing thing. Everybody
thing.
aspire to become that.
Aspire to become that. And we, as a small kid, we try to seek inspiration from that. So we need to understand and accept this. We need not to be a superwoman at all the times. And that's the reason we are suffering. So now the solution can be here, that you need to learn to set boundaries, that how much is enough for me, and this is my space, this is my me time, and this particular action or behavior that I'm doing is for me.
Amazing. Okay.
So if you see, when you say that you have been doing everything for everyone since ages, and you have trained them in a way that you are available to them every time. Look at our mothers. They have trained us well enough that they are available every time of the day.
Any time
of the day, they wish they would have 24 or 25 or 26 hours in a day. They can sacrifice their sleep also.
True.
But we now, as a conscious being, need to understand that we need to stop glorifying this. We need to understand that taking care of my sleep, my health is also important. Until and unless my cup is filled, how will I pour to the other cups?
True.
So we, as a responsible woman or responsible daughter or responsible mothers, we need to take this step, and charity begins from within. Charity begins from home. So start with yourself, and then eventually become an inspiration to your daughters and your mothers.
Interesting. I never thought about it in that way. Oh wow. Okay.
They will start loving this version of yours.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I need to what do you call it? Rearrange my thought process later on this entire bit. Oh yeah.
Probably you will not be able to sleep tonight.
Oh yeah, maybe. I think the side effect of a good talk. Well, great. I mean, thanks a lot for I really wish I can go on talking for another 2-3 hours, share everything from my heart to you and try to get solutions. I would love to get in touch with you in future as well. But then again, coming to that point itself, how do people get in touch with you? If anybody, because I know there could be a lot of people, there are a lot of life coaches out there, but if anybody wants to get in touch with you,
definitely.
How do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. They can anytime message me or DM me on my WhatsApp number. And they can visit my website anytime. All the details are mentioned there, how to book the call and everything, why this call is important to you, because many times people do not actually know that how I can help them. They know that I need help, but how she can help me.
Exactly.
So everything is very well explained on my website. If they desire to book the call, they can follow me on my social media handles, and I keep on adding value there. So probably any reel of mine or any video of mine can hit them, and they decide finally to seek the help.
Okay. I'll make sure that finally when this podcast goes up on YouTube or any other places, in the description, I'll make sure that I'll put in your website details. Darpan. Darpan is the foundation that you have started.
Yes, Darpan. Exploring the new you.
Great taglines, great book title. I really wish you all the very best, Priyanka, because what you're trying to do today is not something people are courageous enough to do. That's the best part, I would say. And again, not glorifying the part that you are a woman or not trying to be a feminist here, but then being a woman, trying to do that, trying to make a difference out there in the world when facing all the challenges, all the responsibilities, making sure your kids are happy, making sure they are having a good life, making sure your family is running. And this is not being a woman or anything. This is just being a human who's trying to do all of that. That's an amazing stuff. I know this book title of yours also says Awaken the Self-Love Queen.
Yes.
But it's technically not gender related at all.
Definitely.
It is definitely not. And you were talking about also your clients who are men.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, the issue we are talking about is universal?
Yes,
technically. Yeah, a lot of it is in our culture.
Yeah.
Indians, we have a lot of things in our culture.
It's nothing about the gender. So it's if you are a human being and you are suffering, you should seek help.
Definitely, true. Cool. Thank you so much for your time. I would really want to continue talking, but then I would not want people to stop watching Foster Talks after that. So I'll pause it here and let's see if people are requesting for more information from you. We'll plan out something in the future. Thank you so much for being today.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My genuine honor to have had you here in the talk today. Thank you so much, and genuinely from the bottom of my heart, wishing you all the very best in the journey that you are in. And hopefully we'll catch up again. I need to book up a session with you.
Definitely. I'll be looking forward to that.
Definitely.
And I hope that I could add value in today's session.
Definitely.
And many people can learn and take those small insights. Probably few words can hit them.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
they will start taking the actions.
I'm sure it will, because we've never done any podcast this long, which is why I'm sure we'll have to release this episode as part 1 and 2, which I'm sure is because of the value that you are adding in. And I'll check with the listeners. I'll see what they want to do, and they want to plan something more in the future. We'll definitely do that. Thank you so much once again. Have a great day. Take care of your health in the summer. And yes, hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Same to you.